My buddy Tommy, my senior year in high school, invited me to something a lot like this on a Wednesday night at church. And I remember he called me like the night before and said, hey, there's this thing at our church. Would you like to come? And I was working at a store called Food World, and my exact words were, sure, I've got nothing better to do. I mean, you know, it wasn't like, oh, yes, I'll go to church with you. That would be great. I really said, I've got nothing better to do. And I went, and that night, it just changed my life because I realized who Jesus was and that I needed him in my life. And it's a huge reason why we are here with you today, because I had a buddy that just invited me to church.
Yeah, and I've never invited anybody to church before. I was just curious about my friend. So tonight, if somebody invited you, just know it's the greatest compliment. It's the best way that they can say to you, you matter to them, and they want you to hear about someone who's so great.
Yeah, we know this too. Yeah, we know too that, you know, maybe you're sitting out there, maybe you have some fears, maybe there's some things that you don't want to talk about anybody, and that's cool, we get that. You know what, fears, they start developing when we're just little kids.
Dad! 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 Daddy! Dad! Dad! Daddy, please! Dad! Dad! Hey, Dad. Hey, Daddy, I was having nightmares, and there's a booger monster in my bedroom.
What?
There's a booger monster in my bedroom.
There's not a booger monster in your bedroom?
Yes, Dad, there's a booger.
3 a.m. in the morning. How come the booger monster doesn't come out at like, I don't know, noon?
Dad, it's just the way it goes. There's a booger monster, Dad. There's a booger monster. I'm cereal. There's a booger monster in my bedroom, Dad. I'm cereal.
You're serious?
I'm cereal, Dad.
You're serious?
Yeah.
No flaking.
Dad, no flaking. Come on. I'm not playing tricks on you, okay? I'm cereal, Dad, okay?
Well, I tell you what, I want to give you a sugar smack right now. I don't know what to do.
Dad, come on. Quit treating me like Fruit Loop. Listen to what I'm saying, Dad. I'm cereal.
How about I just say cheerio and get out of here?
Dad, you won't do that because I'm your lucky charm, Dad. You wouldn't do that to me, Dad.
You got me there. I tell you what, though, there wouldn't be a booger monster in your bed if you quit wiping your boogers under there.
Dad, I'm eating cereal. Come on, my booger monster's name is Sebastian, and he's really, really scared.
Your booger monster's name what?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yes.
What is he? Where is he, from France?
Yes. When he comes out of the closet, he goes, woo. Yes, he's scary.
There's not a booger monster under your bed. Go back to sleep.
No, I need to sleep with you and Mom.
What?
I need to sleep with you and Mom.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Why?
Because there's a booger monster in our bed, and it has icy cold toes and prickly legs. And it snores like a banshee.
Hey Dad, what's a banshee? What's a banshee?
Apparently it's something when it's young, it doesn't snore, and then out of nowhere you're like, where did that come from? You know?
Dad, I told you my booger monster's name is Sebastian.
Yeah.
What's your booger monster's name?
Carol.
Hey Dad, that's the same name as Mom.
I know.
Does Mom know about this booger monster?
No.
I shall tell her.
No.
Mom!
No.
Get out of there! There's a disturbance in the force! Get out of there!
Do not tell your mother. I will pay you money.
What?
Don't tell your mom.
That's frightening, Dad.
But it's healthy, Brian. It's good, Brian.
Dad, I'm just scared.
You don't need to be scared.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Well, you ever get scared?
Yeah.
You do?
Sure. I mean, we all do. We've all got booger monsters in life, you know? But we have to see, my job is to help you learn not to be afraid, that you don't have to be afraid, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember, what was it? It was probably just a few months ago. Remember you prayed and asked Jesus into your heart?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I felt like he was knocking on my heart's door, and I said he'd come right in. Door's wide open. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. And listen, when he came in, he comes in to live there, and there's no reason for you to be afraid. Like, you remember we read in your children's Bible about David? He had a booger monster. What was his name?
Goliath.
David and Goliath, right? And David conquered that booger monster, didn't he? When he got older, David would write these words. He'd write, that there's nowhere he could go to get away from God, that God was everywhere. And God's everywhere with you too. You don't have to be afraid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to deal with it too. I have my fears. That's why I go to church and I go to that men's meeting. You know, I go to the men's group and we talk about our fears and stuff and deal with them.
Yeah, Mom's real glad you go to that men's group thing. Mom said if you didn't start going to that, we don't know where we'd be right now. I mean, we're like in serious trouble, you know. So glad to have going to that thing now.
I know.
This family, you know.
I know, okay? I'm aware of what your mother thinks, and your mom probably needs to get a group too also, okay? Because she didn't need to be talking to you kids about it, all right? And if I want her to know that, I'll tell her, okay? Okay. But everybody has fears. Everybody has booger monsters.
Okay, well, I get it now, Dad.
You know, I mean, even your grandpa. Like, you know, Grandpa Rick?
He didn't have any fears.
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't think he did either, but he did. But he taught me how to deal with them, and so I have to teach you to deal with them.
Okay, I got it, Dad. I'm cool.
Let me give you an illustration.
No, Dad, I got it. God's with me. I got it. Don't be afraid. God's everywhere. No, I got it, Dad. It's late. I got it.
Like those parents.
Okay,
here's the
just
thing.
go to bed, Dad.
No. Here's an illustration, okay?
Okay.
Do you remember last summer we went to the amusement park?
To Disneyland?
I was going to keep it generic, but okay, yeah, Disneyland, all right? So we went to Disneyland, and you got so tired. You remember that?
Yeah, you put me on your shoulders.
I put you up on my shoulders
Yeah.
because you were tired, and they carried you the rest of the day. See, I was taking care of you like God takes care of
Wait,
you.
Dad, I don't know, that's such a good illustration, Dad. Oh, because every time we go to one of those bridges, I hit my head. It really hurt, Dad. It was bad, Dad. It hurt.
No.
It hurt.
What happened? You got tired.
I got sleepy, Dad. I was almost knocked out. Comatose, Dad.
We got to leave early, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
Dad always has a plan, all right?
Hey, Dad, can I ask you another question? Sure. Dad, seriously, I'm serious. I'm serial, Dad.
Hey,
Serial.
go for it.
Dad, you have a whole head of hair, Dad.
Yeah?
How am I in the skit?
I don't know why your mom keeps up with that. I'm not really sure when your birthday is.
Maybe I'm 6 or 7, maybe, Dad?
Okay.
Well, I'm totally bald. Thanks, Dad. People at school are making fun of me, Dad. They're totally making fun of me.
No.
Yes, they are. They're making fun. Dad, they are. Because they call me cue ball, Dad. I don't know what that means, but no.
That's a term of endearment.
No, Dad. It sounds mean, Dad. It sounds really mean.
Listen.
Don't touch my head like that, Dad.
Listen, I wasn't going to say anything. It was going to be a surprise, but since you brought it up, your mom and I'm going to tell you something, okay? Your mom and I have gone and talked to a specialist.
Specialist?
We know that you're concerned about your follically challenged head, all right?
7 years old.
Right.
We're 6.
So tomorrow, it was going to be a surprise.
Dad, you know what? I think you're going to let something that would be probably kind of mean, so I don't want you to say it.
Oh, buddy, no.
No, I'm good, Dad.
You brought this up. I think we should put closure on it. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good dad if I didn't deal with this.
Here's the ledge.
Okay, no, I understand.
Here's the thing, my bottom.
Here we go. Here's the thing. Your mom and I are taking you to a specialist tomorrow, and he's going to take the hair from your back and put it up on top of your head. You're going to have just a luscious back throw right up here. Curly. It is going to be so nice. It's really killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Touche, Dad. Touche.
Now listen, you need to go to sleep.
All right, Dad. I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to my room.
Okay, Dad. All right.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that little monster doesn't come out and eat you?
Yeah.
Don't let your feet touch the ground. Okay? Stay in your bed. Do not let your feet touch the ground until tomorrow's Saturday, until 10 a.m. All right? You gotta stay in your bed. I
It's a
know.
long time for a child to stay in bed, Dad.
Growing pains. All right? You gotta stay in your bed until 10 a.m. Okay?
All right, Dad.
Don't let your feet touch the ground.
Okay, Dad.
All right?
But Dad,
Yeah?
what if my feet do touch the ground? Okay.
Sleep good.
And you know what? When it comes to those things about our fears, I mean, let's face it, we can talk to adults, students in this room. We all have fears. We all have things that we go through. And those things end up keeping us from God. I mean, you think about your own walk with God, no matter where you're at, the great thing is we compare ourselves, well, it's not great, we compare ourselves to other people, but God isn't doing any comparing. So where are you at when it comes to your walk with God? And the question would be, what keeps you from following God? Maybe if you think about it, maybe it's the way you rationalize the big things and the little things in your life.
Give me a smoke, Morty. Give me a smoke. I just need one. Just give me one. Just give me one. I got it. Just give me one. Watch this, Morty. Watch this. I've been doing this since high school. Watch this. Watch this. Smoke rings, Morty. Smoke rings. I still got it, huh? What? For years, we've said we're going to stop the big things in our lives and even the small things in our lives. I say it's not too late. I say we stop today. What keeps you from following God? Maybe it's your fear. Grandpa?
Yep.
Grandpa, can I talk to you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I tried talking to Dad, but he just tells me to keep my feet up in the bed. When it comes to booger monsters, so I can...
Oh, it's not him, man. Yeah.
Can I talk to you about some things?
Shoot, buddy.
Because I'm just scared about some stuff.
Okie dokie.
I got some questions.
Bring them on.
Okay, Grandpa?
Yep.
What happens, what does it mean when it rains?
Well, that means the angels are crying. They're sad.
Okay.
You might have done something wrong.
Oh. Okay. What does it mean when it thunders?
Oh, that means that the angels had chalupas for dinner the night before. That's why they say it smells like rain.
Okay. Grandpa?
Yep.
Grandpa?
Yep.
So full of wisdom. Grandpa?
Yeah, buddy.
Why do pretty people marry ugly people? I can never understand that. You see two people, you're like, what? Really?
I know. Pretty people marry ugly people because love is blind. But don't talk about your grandma that way.
I wasn't. I didn't say it.
Don't mention her mustache, all right? That's all right. Yeah, buddy.
Grandpa?
Yeah, buddy.
You know when you see on the news, when you have it on television, or Dad or Mom have it on television, and you see all that stuff that happens on the news and all that bad stuff, and if bad stuff happens all the time, and if bad things happen to people, and if God loves everybody, then that makes me afraid when I grow up. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do, and it makes me afraid because there's so much bad stuff out there, and people try to hurt people.
Now you listen. Your old grandma will spin stories and tell tales all day long. What I'm about to tell you right now is the truth. Since the beginning of time, good and evil have been battling it out. But I've read the book all the way to the end. And at the end, God wins.